Hi, this is Trust Neal with Call to Learn Conference, and this is Allie Eisenach, and we're going to be asking her some questions about homeschooling and about how she raises her family. So thank you, Allie, for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you for
being
having
able
me.
to be spontaneous and answer these questions online
Yeah.
or on the camera.
Happy to do it.
So my first question is, will you tell us a little background of your story? Like, how did you get started in homeschooling?
Okay, first of all, I never thought I'd homeschool. I grew up.
You were one of those
I was
anti-homeschoolers.
yes, that wasn't acceptable. I grew up in Salt Lake City in a family that was very much pro-public school, and I grew up doing a lot of school activities and student government. And, I saw the benefit of those things, and I thought, yeah, my kids, of course, will be doing the same thing.
And you enjoyed it at the time, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Me too.
But, so homeschooling was never in the equation there. But my daughter, she threw me for a loop, and she went to kindergarten, and she was okay. But first grade, all this social anxiety, she just couldn't do it. Every morning was a struggle. She would cry to leave her screaming in the arms of her teacher, and it was just really hard. And I thought, what is going on here? Public school worked fine for me. What's wrong with you? And so it started, this thought process in my mind that I needed to start asking God and praying about education, which I never thought about that. I never thought that I should pray about how my children should be educated until my daughter gave me this reason to ask.
Yeah.
And so then
it's wonderful. Our children are our teachers, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She had to be my first too, because my second son would have been fine in the public school system.
Interesting.
He's very outgoing, and it would have been fine for him, but she came first so that I could start asking these questions.
Yeah.
And so I did ask and pray, and I felt really impressed that I needed to take her out of school.
Yeah.
And this was a shock for me. I mean, I was like, really? I don't know if I can go there. And I got a lot of backlash.
New territory.
Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm moving into this
Parents
zone.
probably said, no way.
Yeah, they weren't really accepting of that at the time, and I don't blame them. I was pretty shocked too. And so this was a whole new territory for me. But I was moving in a direction and being guided by God, and people were coming into my path that He was placing there to help teach me. And so I decided I'd take the plunge and just brought my daughter home. I gave her some time to just kind of detox from the school setting, and she was fine after just a day or two. She just was right back to her happy, creative self.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I could see that this was good. I knew that it was good, and that God would help me figure it out. And that environment was not good for her. This environment was right. It felt safe. She needed to be at home. She needed to be with her family.
Yeah.
And her spirit knew it. So I had to trust that she knew it better than I knew it as a mother, at the time. But she knew it in her heart. So I brought her home, and
then a gifted girl just to even know that.
Yes, exactly. So I just started on a path of learning. As you know, with homeschooling, so much of it is the parents that are learning and growing. And so I just started to educate myself about education and about learning styles and philosophy, and what my options were. And it's wonderful because it's propelled me on my path of my mission in life. Isn't that fun how that works?
Yes, yes. I love it, actually.
So God is good that way. So he really started educating me, which in turn helped to educate my children. So
awesome. And tell me about your husband.
Yeah.
Was he totally on board with homeschooling, or?
At first, he had his questions too, just like me. I thought, we're going into a realm of, we don't know anything about this. And we didn't grow up, we were in public school. And so at first he had his questions, but it was just after we started looking into it and praying about it, he knew that it was right. And he trusted me. He knew that as a mother that I would have the right feeling. Yeah. And so he was really supportive and moving forward with it.
And how does he participate in the children's learning now?
He's a scholar in his own right when it comes to the scriptures. So he loves the scriptures, and he's studying the House of Israel.
Ooh,
so
cool.
you would be really, you'd love to talk to him. So he is just really digging into the history of the Bible and the House of Israel and where they've come and where they've scattered and where they're at and everything about it. So he's very knowledgeable. So just him pursuing his own education inspires my children, and then he can teach them as he's learning. So I think we understand as homeschooling parents, we have to lead out when it comes to education and learning. We can't expect our children to do something that we're not willing to do ourselves, so it does place a lot of responsibility on us.
Right.
But I'm the kind of person, I don't like to be forced and told what to do. And my children are the same way, and most people are the same way. But if you show them and you say, look, oh, I'm reading this and it's so exciting, and they see you excited about learning, then they catch the vision in time. So,
That's great. That's great. And I love that he's sharing what he's learning with your children.
Yeah.
That's
it's
great.
fun. We have good conversation.
Yeah.
To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click here. To choose from our gifts and request updates on our most popular topics, visit calledtolearn.com. For more videos like this one, click this playlist. For Table Talk discussions, choose this playlist.